Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today's the next episode of Retro Reviews, and the camera we are looking at today is the 1DS Mark II. So this is a camera that came out in 2004. The setup I've used this on is the 300mm f2.8 Mark I from 1999 with the ×2 converter Mark II. So we're going to look through the images now I've just taken with the setup, and I'll go through my thoughts and feelings of the camera afterwards. So let's head into those photos. So the first photo here is of a lamb sort of grazing a frosty morning. So a lot of detail here. This is a 16 megapixel camera, but it is a 20-year-old camera. So you've got to take it in mind, even though it's high megapixel, for the age, it's still an old camera, but you are getting a lot of detail here with the individual grains of grass here. This is using the 300mm, as I've said, with the ×2 converter. So you have 5.6, you have got the whole lamb in focus and a big patch around it in focus too, but the background and the foreground are also very nicely out of focus, so yeah, very nice usable photo. Next photo here is a swan. This was quite far away, the swan. It made a hole in the ice, clearly potentially where it landed. Was just sitting there in the ice, having a look around and doing a bit of fishing. But again, nice clear photo, very usable. A little bit of reflection there, which makes the photo look a little bit nicer. Nice orange colourway there. I am finding a little bit of a vignette on all the photos I've taken, which is a bit weird because I don't get the same effect on the 1DX Mark II with the same setup, but it's definitely getting a little bit of a vignette effect around the corners, which I think is more noticeable on the first photo, but still, again, very usable photo. The last photo here is birds sat in the water. I'd use this one more just because of the level of detail. You've got that reflection there. Actually, the bird's really looking me through that reflection, which is pretty crazy, but it's a really nice, sharp image. Really usable. You wouldn't really be able to tell this is taken on a 21-year-old camera at this point. It's a very good photo, very usable. Nice colours, all the feathers there, and even in the bit of foliage under the water there, it's just nicely detailed, and again, a very usable photo. So as you can see from those photos from this setup, you can get a very, very good usable image, sharp image from these cameras. Things to think of is, it is an old camera. These are very unlikely to be able to be serviced by most people. They do use the very, very old battery design, so these are harder to get hold of as well. Luckily, because I have so many retro cameras now, I have an abundance of those batteries moving forward. The autofocus, especially in this setup here, was abysmally slow. It was noticeably slower than the 1D Mark II and the 2N was. I was pointing at a bird and it was homing. It was taking ages to get actually on site, and I was using just the normal tracking AF, so it wasn't like I was one-shotting or anything like that at all. I was trying to track the object, but it was just so slow. Once you're focused on the animal, it sticks to the animal, absolutely not a problem at all. But that is one thing to consider. It is not, and never really was designed as a wildlife camera. It was more designed as a sort of media news camera, hence why it had the higher megapixels and was full frame. But as I say, the image quality you can get from this is very good. You just have to consider, is it for your kind of photography? If you're going to do portraits, if you're going to do animal portraits, landscape photography, that sort of thing, perfect. It's going to have no problems with this camera at all. It's going to work absolutely brilliantly, and is definitely something you should go for. Even if it's just a bit of fun and you've got a more modern camera like a new mirrorless camera, and you want something that is built like a tank and you know is going to work, then pick one of these up. They're super cheap. I think they are now in the UK about £300, if that anymore. So a good little thing to pick up and just have a play with if you want to. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, comment and like, and I will catch you in the next one. See you again soon. Goodbye.